Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today, it's the 1st of May. Hooray! We have May Day and Beltane, and it's lots of fun things today. And we are doing the May birthday reading. So for all of you who were born in May, and that's going to be some Tauruses and some Geminis, I think. If I'm really, really wrong, I'll put it in the comments. I think it's Taurus and Geminis. But anyway, so here we are, the May birthday reading. So let's give you a reading for the year. So as I've said before on previous videos, the runes are really not, runes and cards and things like that, they don't actually have the same sense of time that we do. They don't measure time in calendars and clocks, but they measure it in events. And so, this will happen in this, then this, and then this. But having said that, if I do a full Futhark reading, which I am planning to do today, it gives you about a year's worth of events, generally speaking. So let's get started. Happy birthday, May birthday people. So your central issue here is represented by Hagalaz reversed. Now, Hagalaz is the rune of fire. Reversed, it has, fire, and where it's something that starts small and then expands. So it starts something like a spark or an ember and then expands into fire. In this case, it's reversed, so it's sort of going the other way. It's talking about something where your focus is honing right now, where you are at this moment. I'm also going to read this as maybe you may feel as though I don't want to say it feels like your options are narrowing, because I don't think that's the case. I think your focus is honing at this point. And the reason I say this is where you're coming from is we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the elk. In North America, we call a moose. And it's upright. So it has to do with protection and support. So you're coming from a place of basically feeling very protected, very supported. And now you've come into this current moment where, okay, maybe I am going to read it about, maybe you feel like your options are narrowing because maybe you came from that point where you were very, very supported and very protected, and now you're sort of having to really focus on, either way, the focus is happening. You're having some major focus things happening where you're focusing on focus. So what's going to help you is we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the horse. It has to do with spirit and movement. And focusing on your spirit is really going to help you in this, letting your spirit carry you. I'm going to really put things down on this line because it's your critical right now in time line. What's going to help that is looking inward for your yin identity, for one thing. And for another thing, it's beginning something but deep within. This is Berkana. It's the rune of the birch tree. It has to do with beginnings, birth, yin identity, sometimes family. So I might read it a little bit like that. Maybe you're turning away from things that you carried forward from when you were very much enmeshed with family. You're also looking deeply at your genetic line, sort of internal genetic line. But I think what I'm really going to read this as, considering that what's helping you in this moment when you're turning your focus on focusing on something, is your spirit. Following your spirit is really going to help. And what is going to help that is starting something deeply internally and also getting in touch with your yin identity. So something where you're very much growing this new self. That's more of an organic growing, something you're not putting things together to make this. You're just sort of reaching deep and bringing this forth. So what's not going to help is we have Hagalaz reversed and we have Thurizaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the lake. Has to do with all the watery related stuff like emotion and heart and intuition, and it is reversed. So you are going to be worried about one, losing your heart, two, like my heart's not in it kind of thing, like, do I have the heart to do this, follow my spirit and go forward. Two, negative emotions. You might start to feel like in turmoil about that kind of thing. And three, you might actually be having some unsettling dreams right now, which is probably what led you to this. I mean, you're coming from a place of support and everything, but you're focusing. You're concerned about things, and your dreams are going to become... See, your dreams are going to tell you what you need until you don't pay attention, and then they become scary dreams that tell you what you need. So you may have reached the point where you're starting to get dreams that are not terribly great, and you really need to address them, and doing nothing about them is not going to make things better. As well, we have Thurizaz reversed. We have Thurizaz underneath here. Thurizaz is the challenge rune. It's the thorn, it's the giant, it's the gateway. And you're facing something relatively new, so you really want to hone your focus, which is where you are now. But this is basically, you know you have to face this, and as long as you don't do anything about it, it's going to drag you down. You're worried about it. Let spirit carry you. Reach deep. Bring forward who you are, because this is going to carry forward what was supporting you before, but within yourself, through yourself. So you're going to have to pull that through. Maybe you're coming from a situation where you were with family and now you're not with family. You've sort of branched out, some of you, and you're having to reach deep and find this within yourself to bring forward, to help you follow your spirit forward. So your next step on the path line is Nauthiz reversed. Nauthiz is the rune of need. It's basically the image of the two sticks you rub together to make fire. Reversed, well, even upright it means tend your needs, but when it's reversed it very, very much means tend your needs. So you come from a place of support, you're really focusing now, you're honing your focus. Your options are maybe it's not that your options are less, but you're actually wanting to eliminate the unnecessary things and move forward with greater focus. And you're going to get to your next step, which is, okay, I've done this and I've narrowed down what I really, really, really need. And this is what I need to focus on really, really now. So you're turning your focus on what you really, really need at this point and tending that. What helps with that is we have Uruz. Uruz is the rune of the wild ox. It has to do with health and strength. And so basically your health, your strength is going to help you with this. You know how you feel when you feel right. And tending your needs is how you feel right. So you sort of have this template of, this is how I need to feel. This is how I feel when I feel like who I am. So when you are what will help you know what needs to tend is looking to this, because this is the strength and health. And so you're looking to that and going, okay, definitely this needs to be tightened, this needs to be released, etc., etc. What doesn't help is we have Fehu reversed. Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth. Reversed on the lower line, you're going to be worried about worthiness, but also maybe financially you're not as strong as you'd like to be, or you're worried that you won't be as financially strong as you'd like to be. So one of the things that's helping Uruz is Isa. Isa is the rune of ice. It's the rune of standstill. You don't want to push forward too quickly with this. You really want to work carefully towards, well, you know what, Taurus is wild ox, and Taurus and Uruz are big bovids, big strong bovids. Sorry, I just made that little connection. That's terrible, I'm sorry. But you are, and you're cool. So we've got the, Gemini's coming later. I'm sure this will sort of apply to the Gemini birthdays as well. Either way, your strength and your health is going to guide you, and the clarity that being still means, which is what Isa brings into it, is going to help you recognize what you need and move forward, tending your needs. What doesn't help is you're worried about worthiness, you're worried about whether you're going to have enough resources, but overall, what the biggest problem is that you're worried about is whether you're going to have the energy for this. This is Sovilo, it's the rune of the sun. It has to do with source energy and basically whether you're going to have enough energy or whether you're going to burn out. If that starts to be the problem, bring yourself back up. Feel how strong you are, feel how steady you are, and remember how you feel and what you need to do to make yourself feel the way you want to feel. And what this will lead to is we have Pertho. Pertho is the rune of the lot box. It has to do with surprises, fate, revelations of something that was already there, but it's a surprise. And all of this will actually, once you clear tending your needs, you're going to be very much more aware of something that had been concealed up until this point, and then this will be a surprise for you. it's going to be such a surprise. It's going to basically kind of stop you in your tracks. It's like, okay, it's like that Sesame Street thing. It's like when Simple Simon gets everybody sorted out, and I was like, aha, I know what's wrong. The sheep don't wear boots. So you have to get everything in order first before you realize what's in the wrong place. And that's basically what's going to happen. You're going to have an aha moment. What's going to help in this moment? We have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the homeland, and the home reversed has to do with letting go of things that you no longer need. So that's going to be another step. I knew I was going to see decluttering somewhere in here, and this is all going to be about decluttering. Declutter. And this is going to be what's going to help you the most in this. What doesn't help is we have Ansuz. Ansuz is the rune of communication. In the lower line, upright, it's sort of like people are going to be talking to you, and people are going to be saying, oh no, I wouldn't do that. I would do blah, blah, blah. And you shouldn't do that. You should do blah, blah, blah. It's like, just tune them out. You know what you need to get rid of. You may need to get rid of some of the people going, oh, I know what you need to do. But anyway, let go of everything that no longer serves you. Obviously keep what continues to give you happiness and health. But let this be a time when you reach this step of, oh yeah, okay. Start letting go of things that you no longer need. Well, don't just start. You'll be starting all along, but there's going to be a major moment of, okay, decluttering, getting rid of all this, clearing that. And your next step is we have Vunyo, and it's reversed, and it's on the past line. So I'm going to read this two ways. Vunyo is the joy rune. Reversed, it has to do with tapping into your inner joy. This is like from deep inside. Nobody can take it away from you. What makes you happy? And you're able to find that. You're able to start tapping into that at this point. However, also you may feel a little bit discontented at this point. Once you've had this moment of, okay, after coming from a place of support, honing your focus, tending your needs, oh my gosh, aha, this now I have to deal with. This is in my lap. You're going to be a little bit discontented. Open up to what your version of the divine is. Basically, open up to the unknown. Find your reason. Find your reason. This is Gebo. It's the rune of the gift. It's the rune of the exchange. Has to do with agreements, decisions, sometimes one-on-one relationships. But basically, what I'm seeing here is your situation is you're feeling a little discontented. Open up to your crown chakra thing and find your reasons. Sort of like you're going to feel like why I want to be here, what I want to be doing. Find that, let that filter down and inform why you're unhappy at this step. This is a bit into the future. This is like 3 runic steps into the future this year. I don't know what that means in calendar, but this is what's going to help you when you reach this point where you think you've cleared all these things and you're still feeling discontented. What doesn't help is trying to push forward. This is and Hagalaz. So Tivaz and Hagalaz. Tivaz is Tears rune. He's the warrior god. Picking up and pushing forward and driving forward at this point is not going to make things better for you. You're still going to feel discontented, and it's going to make you feel worse. As well, we have Hagalaz, which is the rune of chaos. It's sort of like throwing yourself into the chaos, throwing yourself into the storm without addressing what's making you unhappy. That's not going to help you be unhappy. Even if you think it's helping you forget that you're unhappy, it's not going to help. You want to pull yourself up, open up to, okay, who am I? What is it that I'm here to do kind of thing, and let that filter down, and that's going to help you find what you need to help you be less discontented. So your next step from that is Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Frey's rune. Frey's the fertility god. Ing is another name for Frey. And this is basically a rune of active creation. Once you've determined what you need to help you feel more contented and sort of identified what you want to be here to be, this is your next step. And what's going to help that is we have Manas. Manas is the rune of humanity. You're sort of facing, it's like feeling your place in humanity. So this is actually going to tie in from this. Reaching up into your version of the divine, tapping into either your higher self or basically your deep, deep inner voice going, what do I feel like I need to be here for? What do I feel like is my thing? And be honest, because you can tell yourself what you're here for, and that might not be correct, and you'll still feel like this. So anyway, here you are. You want to create now your life to be more like what you saw when you opened up. And sort of feeling your place in humanity, like feeling your note in the song, is what's going to help you the most. I'm going to lay down a couple more, and this is all the runes in the... Ooh, that's probably one of the cat's hair. Yeah. So when you tap into that, when you really open up to that and say, okay, how do I feel? Where was my place in the song? You're going to really get some fruits of your labors for this. You're going to feel like, no, in fact, I see what I'm bringing into the world. I see what I'm bringing into the world, and that is part of my song. And so that informs what my place in the world is, which informs how I need to arrange what's around me right now to help me feel more contented. What doesn't help is it's going to feel like it's going to feel like it's taking a really long time, as well as the fact that it's like you don't want to start another journey. You already started this journey. You don't want to start this journey of identifying all of this. We have Ivaz, which is yew tree rune, has to do with patience and slow growth, and also the Rydho, the journey rune. So it's like, oh my gosh, this keeps going, and then it's going to feel like it's just dragging on and on and on. It's going to, and it's, if you're only interested in the end, which honestly is very exciting, and I'm seeing this right now as a very exciting end of this, but if you're not going to savor the way, which is important to be savored, it's going to feel like it's dragging on and on and on and on. It's like if you went to a movie and you were... It's like if you went to the movie and you were just waiting to have seen the movie, and that's the only thing you were looking forward to was having seen the movie 2 hours later at the end, and you didn't enjoy the movie. Please enjoy the movie. You're at the movie. Your goal is not to have seen the movie. Yes, it is ultimately, but you have to enjoy the movie. So here you are, enjoy the movie, learn some things. Look at what you're bringing into the world already and see how that fits into how you feel like your place in the world might be. Why I said this has a really good ending is that the last rune on this spread for your May birthday reading is Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the breaking of the day. It's breakthroughs, it's enlightenment, it's this burst of sunshine after darkness, and it's fantastic. So all of this it's going to be... May birthday people, it's going to be a hard-working year. It's going to be like a lot of hard, emotional, internal work year for you. But it's going to be worth it because there's huge breakthrough at the end. And I'm looking forward to it for you. So happy birthday! I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And I hope that your year is absolutely splendid. And I will see you again next time. Bye!